俺が人間なんだ。
Alright, so in this one, we went over the worst LF in 2021 yesterday, you know, arguing against who it could be, who it shouldn't be, and I feel like to do the opposite today, now, it's not really a, you know, debate who's the best LF in 2021. When you just look at this roster here, you obviously know it is Super Saiyan 4 Goku, right? Like, there's no real argument. He's just top tier beyond belief. It's not him. It's Goku Vegeta, obviously. Yeah. So, I feel like there was no poll needed, there was no argument to be had. Goku Vegeta's number one. But I want to talk about the other units that are around him, right? Because I feel like that is debatable, who is on par, maybe no one's on par, but who is in the area of goodness of Goku Vegeta. Because I do feel like, you know, you see the thumbnail of the last video, probably this video is going to have like this unit, this unit, this unit, this unit, this unit, like 5 units surrounding it. And those are the units that are otherwise the best units in the game, the best LF in the game in 2021. It's not just Goku Vegeta being, you know, number one that matters, right? To look at everything else here, and I'm really, like, struggling with this, like, mentally, like, who really is number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5? Obviously, number 1 being Goku Vegeta. I mean, if I'm thinking, truly, and this isn't... I'll say at the end if it's in order, or I'll reorder my order, but for now, it's not in order when I'm rating these. Goku Vegeta, obviously number 1. Number 2, I want to say Gogeta 4, Sword of Hope. Okay, so I'm thinking about it, right? And Gogeta 4 is good in a meta of Mono Purple. Your green unit is good in a meta of Mono Purple. Now, that's not just because he goes neutral. It's because Vegeta comes in, he's weak to greens, right? And with that circumstance, but Trunks is always neutral to Goku Vegeta and Mono Purple, obviously. But I think it's very debatable. I do think Trunks is probably number 2 in the game right now. In 2021 and LF, in general, he's number 2 in the game, with Goku Vegeta being number 1. I do think he is a very good unit. Now, let me preface this. I've said it numerous times, and I'm going to repeat myself because I feel like it is important to, you know, amplify this to you guys. Trunks is gaining a lot more from the boost than anyone else. Maybe Goku Black Zamasu Cyst are on par with his amount of boost that he's gaining. But this guy wants to build up cut, right? And when you have 15% to your pure defense, wherever the hell his unique is, right here, when you have 15% to your pure defenses and you're building up cut, that's going to multiply into itself and it's going to be a lot better for you to tank, right? With the boost, obviously, which will end in a week after the season resets because these guys came out mid-season, you know, 2 seasons ago. Well, a season ago right now, 2 seasons ago next week, right? That amplifies them a lot. Without boost, I do think Gogeta 4 is better, but Trunks right now, he's absurdly tanky. He's gonna hurt you really fucking hard. You get his, you know, you get his gauge going here. Reduce their ki by 60. Now, there are some units, actually, which probably make this list, you know, despite everyone shit-talking this one character. I think you guys know who I'm talking about. That kind of nullify this, right? Reduce enemy ki by 60. Okay, well, let me give you a scenario in a very normal setup, in a very normal and numerous matches I've done personally against Sword of Cope here. He reduced my ki by 60. He got his unique gauge off. I was using Mono Purple. Guess what happened? I went to Super Vegito. Guess what happens? Super Vegito gets ki back on entry. Guess what happens? I do a card. Guess what happens? I do my ultimate. Sword of Copium's dead. I've had so many circumstances in this meta where I can kill Mr. Sword of Hope before he gets his unique gauge. Now, that's not because he's a bad unit. That's because I play better than the opponent in that circumstance, right? Because maybe I'll drop combo into pop Super Vegito's main, and then, okay, well shit, they sidestepped when I dropped combo, I nullify endurance on my ultimate, goodbye Mr. Sword of Hope. And then boom, he's dead before he gets his gauge. Now that's not a circumstance that everyone's going to accomplish, but that idea that it exists gives this guy at least a circumstance to me where when he doesn't have that crazy cut, he is going to look a lot worse than other units, even Zenkai LFs, that are in my opinion, better than him as overall units without boost, because remember, Super Vegeta is only getting 8%, while this guy's getting 20 and 15 to pure defenses. I do think Sword of Hope is very good, but I do think there's a lot of circumstances where he can look pretty average compared to like Goku Vegeta, where I'm saying this guy's number 2. Goku and Vegeta don't really have a circumstance where they're going to look average unless you're just using them incorrectly or you built them incorrectly, which is hard to do considering they have so many pures, they have so many, you know, Zenkai buffs, they have literally everything in the game to, like, make them peaked out. But I do think Sword of Hope is number 2, far behind them, but still number 2. Number 3, now I'm still internally struggling, because after gassing up Super Vegeta there, I kind of want to say Super Vegeta could be number 3, if not Gogeta 4. Now, if I'm thinking logically, I've had Super Vegeta impress me far more. I used them together, right? I used that video, and they were together. Super Vegeta, Gogeta 4, and Goku Vegeta. And Super Vegeta impressed me a lot more than Gogeta 4 could. And the thing is, I was facing off against teams with, like, yellows, and Super Vegeta was doing more than Gogeta 4. Honestly, I want to say Super Vegeta is the 3rd best LF in 2021. Right now, yeah. People call the Zenkai pretty ass. You know, when you look at his real, like, stuff here, you don't think it's anything crazy. Like, look what he's getting. This is it. This is all he's getting. This is his 2 uniques. Nothing insane is happening, right? Maybe the getting key back and card on entry is very cracked. Like, it is. Like, beyond belief, actually. It's beyond cracked. But anything else you look here, 30%, reduced ANC by 15%, -rated card cost, like, you don't look at that and be like, holy shit! Like, he just made me cream myself. Like, no, you're looking at that like, okay, this is comparable to, like, a Sparking in 2021. Cool. But then you look at his stats, and you're like, oh! Okay, and then you look at that 14 stars, his Z ability, not Zenkai ability, giving HP, he's your perfect leader unit, right? Because you're running a more strike-dependent team with Goku Vegeta, with Super Vegeta, with most, I mean, God tier units, they're more strike-based. If I think of Kurata Zamasu, who's very good, he's more strike-based. But I think Gogeta 4, he's more strike-based, given he's both, but he's more strike-based on his stats, I believe. You have very good units that already want that Z ability, and then, obviously, base health 12%. There is no better LF giving a better Z ability than Super Vegeta. Like, you look at everyone here, who has the Z ability of Super Vegeta? Nobody even comes fucking close. Look at these new units. What is Trunks' Z ability? I don't even remember it personally, because it's not as impressive, right? Strike attack and blast defense, and then strike defense to future Vegeta clan. Okay. Nice. How about my 12% health, which is amplified 20 times over that, right? Z ability, Super Vegeta is fucking goated. Unit-wise, he's fucking goated. You know, you don't even have to run him on a purple team. I've seen him on Fusions. I've seen him on Saiyans. You run him anywhere, he can't look bad. He's your leader slot. He's your core unit. He is a very fucking phenomenal unit. I do value him over Gogeta 4 in this current meta of where we are now of Mono Purple. Yes, I did say, and I still agree with it, that Gogeta 4 is really good for this meta because he can go neutral. That Vegeta swap, he kind of like fucks it over. He can one-card Vegeta on swap if he does like an ult or something. Like, he's very good. But Super Vegeta, he's a different behemoth, man. If you just build him correct, and I know I keep saying this, build them correctly, but like that's how you want to run a unit, right? You build them to their peak perfection. You don't build a unit, okay, let me give this strike-based unit some blast stuff because he has 30k less blast attack. Like, obviously you don't think like that where you're going to build the unit incorrectly. If you build these units correctly, the top 5 units in this list are going to be agreed for you at least, if not maybe a little bit different, but nothing too far-fetched where you're going to think like, no, Zenkai Freeze is better than Super Vegeta. Like, no, that's just cap. That's just 100% cap. But I do think Super Vegeta is beyond what we anticipated. I think people want him to be FSK level, but if you're being realistic, FSK level wasn't going to happen, right? I do think he's reasonably close. Comparing him, I think he shits on every other LF Zenkai here. Maybe not Super Saiyan 3 Goku, but everyone else, yeah, he's very good. Calling him number 3 / number 2, I obviously think he is, he's up there. He's up there. But next, so we have Goku Vegeta number 1. Then we have Mr. Super Vegeta / Sword of Hope number 2 / 3. Then Gogeta 4 or Super Saiyan 3 Goku as 4 / 5. Now, I don't think it's just a clear cut. That's it. Those are the top 5. I think Full Power Frieza's in the discussion of a top 5. I think Mr. Puddle Gohan, more because of his utility. When I'm thinking of, you know, top 5 LFs in the game, I'm thinking of overall everything. So if I'm thinking of Future Gohan, I don't think of Future Gohan as he can do the same damage as Gogeta 4. I don't think, yes, I agree, his support is fucking insane, but I don't think that he can just put up as much as Gogeta 4 does. He amplifies others, but when you amplify others, it downplays yourself, and I've never seen a circumstance where Future Gohan, yes, again, I'm understanding that he is making everyone else crack with 50% support on him covering in because he's taking a combo, then 25% per hit taken, or per combo taken, rather. Like, I understand what he can do, but him alone, I don't think is top 5. Between Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, honestly, I want to say Super Saiyan 3 is worse than Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. I've felt this way for a minute. I've always been on the fence with it because it just feels kind of off to really admit. But yeah, I think if I'm going to order this, I'd put Goku Vegeta number 1. No shit, Sherlock. I want to say Super Vegeta's better than Sword of Hope Trunks. I really do. I would put Sword of Hope number 3. Yeah, I would say Super Vegeta is the second best LF in the game right now. Sword of Hope is number 3. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is number 4. Super Saiyan 3 Goku is number 5. And I'm going to give consolation prizes. Future Gohan, probably number 6. Yeah. I would, honestly, I could debate Super Saiyan 3 Goku is worse than Future Gohan. Future Gohan's better than Super Saiyan 3 Goku. He is. Future Gohan. See this is what I mean. Like, number 1 is clear cut. But I'm thinking about all of this. Is Future Gohan better than Gogeta 4? Okay. I would say Gogeta 4 and Future Gohan are the same spot. So number 4 / number 5 is Future Gohan / Gogeta 4. Then number 6 is Super Saiyan 3 Goku / Full Power Frieza. I would say Full Power Frieza actually one up there. And then Super Saiyan 3 Goku, probably number 7, then Kurama Zamasu number 8. Then Revival Gohan's like number 9. Yeah, he fell off a lot. Just how quick this meta is, how Revival's legitimately a liability at this point. You don't even run him on a core purple team. Like, you know, you guys know. Revival Gohan isn't as what he was just a few weeks ago, honestly. But, yeah, Future Gohan, man, as number 4. His value, you just can't discredit this guy. Yeah, I just tried to a little bit there, but dude, look at this. 25% on entry for his allies, 15 time accounts, then 25% to the damage inflicted by allies, dude. If he gets tapped 2 times while covering in, that's 100% to support to any unit in the entire game. I don't care how little his damage is. 100% support. And I believe when he's below a certain amount of HP or something, he's taking less damage or something like this. He's getting some cut somewhere in his kit, I believe. Yeah, reduced damage received by 30%. Oh, after enemy attack is over. I mean, yeah. And that big endurance with 40% instead of 20% for normal endurance units. Some units have this 40%, but most don't. I think Sword of Hope actually does as well. Yeah, his support is just too valuable. I can't discredit this. I would say he's number 4 in the game. Goku Vegeta, Super Vegeta, Sword of Hope Trunks, Future Gohan, and then Gogeta 4. I would say that's the top 5 LFs in the entire game in 2021. This might change. You know, we are getting an LF in December, for sure. We are getting this, you know, Legends Festival Part 2. Probably not going to get a new unit banner of just, like, normal All-Stars, but new LFs, if not fucking Ultra, maybe, but for now, yeah, this guy, he is probably the best aging LF in the game, because he came out right after Gogeta Blue and Broly. Like, he came out right there, which is, Gogeta Blue and Broly are about to be a year old with this Christmas banner. They came out on Christmas time, right? Future Gohan's almost a year old, and he's still a top 5 LF in the game. Top 5. I mean, probably best support unit in the game. If not with that Vegeta, they're both up there. Yeah, Future Gohan, man, he's insane. And I don't think Gogeta 4 needs to be discussed that much because, again, I mentioned it. The type neutral and the just amount of damage he can do and everything he does counter for at least a purple team, and then other teams in general, he does counter them out with the anti-revival mechanic of, let's say Revival Gohan is on a setup. Let's say, okay, Trunks is on a setup. Well, I can just pop a green card, cancel all those fucking defense build-ups, and then, boom, pop my ultimate, kill Mr. Sort of Copium. And then Future Gohan can't live that long, but regardless, his support is just insane. Yeah. Damn, putting Sword of Hope below Super Vegito feels dirty, man. Maybe I just haven't run him enough, because I think of this kit, and I just don't see anything that's too crazy. Okay, reduce DMC by 30%, that's good. On top of building up cut. But I just feel like I have to... I'm thinking of it with the boost, but I'm also trying to think of it without the boost. But I'm thinking right now, he's still going to have the boost when I'm, like, trying to test them and shit. And you can't see him without the boost, obviously. Like, if you go to, like, LBR or some shit, or friendly match, rather, you can. But, like, that's not realistic. I want to see a realistic scenario. I mean, Super Vegeta just does too much on purple. Like, I could lose Goku Vegeta on a purple setup and then be fine. Legitimately. Like, yeah. Super Vegeta is number 2 in the game for me. Number 2 in the game, number 2 LF. Whatever you want to call it, at least right now. At the end of 2021. Revival Gohan fell the fuck off. Holy shit. Wow. Someone's looking at all the other units and it's like, holy shit. Like, I wouldn't even contend them. I mean, maybe Evolution Blue could be a little bit higher, but he's just... Dude, the amount of fast-paced damage Goku Vegeta and Super Vegeta offer on a mono purple setup. Evolution Blue takes too long. Revival Gohan gets 2-carded. All these yellows get 2-carded, if not 5-carded peak by, like, a purple unit. And it's like, what can you do? And Sword of Hope Trunks is no exception. Like, he's getting fucked over. Like, I have fucked over so many Sword of Hope Trunks in less than, like, 7 cards. And he's building up cut. This guy is not, like, squishy. Yeah, man, I want to lower Super Vegito on my, like, opinion here, but nah, I can't. Super Vegito probably is number 2 in the game. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys disagree, let me know. Again, the, I guess, lower ranks below top 5, I would say Full Power Frieza is probably number 6. Super Saiyan 3 Goku is probably number 7. Evolution Blue, maybe number 8. Maybe Evolution Blue could be number 7, above Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and Revival Gohan probably below Super Saiyan 3 Goku, at about number 9. But no one else here besides them really makes it. Number 10, I guess, if I'm really going to, like, push it here. I would say Corrupted Merge Zamasu is number 10. Yeah, Corrupted Merge Zamasu. But top 5-wise, that shit ain't changing. It's just too easy with those 5 units. Legitimately. Those 5 units make PvP so much more endurable. Not enjoyable, endurable. Because they're just so cracked. The crazy support, the crazy damage, everything each unit encompasses alone is just insane. Then the fact that you compare anybody with anybody in the game, like if Future Gohan weren't unlimited, he would not be like top 5. He'd be like top 15 maybe. But to anybody in the games of support, you think of Blue Topo, right? He's Rival Universe or Blue when he's supporting. You think of EX and he's USS or I think it's just USS or Blue, whatever he is, to support. And if they were doing general support like Future Gohan, they'd be like the best units in the game. Like, remember how good Topo is. Topo's still great to this day. And it's just that Future Gohan's doing general support. I feel like people are going to downplay that, but I do think that makes him a top 5 worthy candidate. Like, think of every single team you're running into, you always see Future Gohan. It's not because of one reason or another that's silly. It's because his crazy support. You only bring him for his disruption and support. It's all he's meant for. And fuck, he does it well. Again, 50% off one combo. Usually people are going to tap attack you, tap blast you. That's 75%. Again, 100%. More, and it lasts for 25 counts. The extra support, the first support from is unique. The first unique is only 15 counts, but the other support is 25 counts. Like, that's a whole combo and a half. Like, you could do a whole Goku Vegeta combo and still have Future Gohan support there. Like, it's insane, yeah. I spent most of this video gassing Future Gohan while I hate the character. I love that. But let me know what you guys think. Who are the top 5 LFs in the game in 2021, in your opinion? And I'll see you guys in the next one.